Okay, so I'm back here at the cemetery that I was at a couple of weeks ago when it was so unbearably hot. It's a lot cooler this morning. Been a lot of flowers put up, and there's like a little thing here in front of me. Plus, if you see the intro, I'll probably use the same intro for both of these videos I'm going to do. But I zoomed in on something over here. Let's go check that out. It's like a thing you put over your bed. It's like gross. You know what that means? Someone's been here doing something in the cemetery. That's like disgusting. No. I could never do that. So, I don't remember this being here before. This is handmade. Something's digging there. Probably a armadillo or a possum. But I already got bit by something. Ouch. So, okay, so I'm going to be a little bit all over filming today because I wanted to come back and point some things out, and I want to shout out my friend Amy at Amy Stone. Check out her channel. Okay, Amy brought this up. When I first saw this, I thought that this was a witch's grave because there are, I believe 4 of them is what my friend told me, and she doesn't want to be called out in the video, so that's okay. That's okay. I have a lot of people like that. But I did a lot of research. So there will be parts of this video that will just be me doing a voiceover. But if you look real close, and this may be one that someone thought was a witch's grave. But if you look real close, there are symbols in each of these, and then they have this on the outside. This is actually Order of the Eastern Star. And there's a story behind them, and I'll be bringing that up later on in the video. But we're going to go over where the rest of these are, and this may be one of them that they thought was a witch's grave. I did at first sight until I come up because a second level witch would have the upside down star in the circle. So let's go and check out and see if we can find the other ones. And I'll be back with you in a second. Now, like I said, you may not hear me talk in a lot of them. The headstones I'm looking for will have just certain signs. I'll put them up on here and describe to you what I'm looking for. Okay, so the graves that I was looking for that my friend was telling me about, they're over in this older part. The one had a triple moon, which is the second one down on the left. And the other one had the goddess symbol with the 2 crescent moons. She said that she didn't remember which one said, lest it harm none, so mote it be. And the other one said, merry ye meet, merry ye part, which is the last line of the Wiccan read. That's not it. They are older headstones. Now, if you remember, I pointed out some that are no longer there. So 2 hands. There's like a base with no headstone on it. And she used to hang out in the cemetery with her friends. Small town. There's not much to do. So what I'm looking for is flat headstone. And they weren't visible to the road. Let's see. And they were old. She said they were old when she was coming here. So, can't even make that out. Used to be one there. It's got a dove. There's another one. 1879 or 8. These are about to topple over. And you can tell just by looking, there are so many graves that no longer have headstones. So many. Here's another Freemason. It's only got bits and pieces of it just laying here. Here's another one that the stone is just laying here on top. Don't even know if they actually go together. And this is the reality of it, guys. You don't know where these graves are. You don't know what's happened to the headstones. These are two little babies. And we have some over here. It looks like there's some in the brush. You see those guys? And yet we have just like this. Now you know at the way back then, this would have been all filled with headstones. That is a grave. You see that? It's facing the street, but I can't see it. Here's one that's been totally destroyed. Completely destroyed. Here's another one in the tree lines. Well, two of them. You don't know where that one belongs. You don't know if they're here because they're actually buried here, or if they didn't know where they belong, so they just stuck them there. Another one. Let me get in the sun. Can barely make out the decoration at the top. Let me zoom out. This is Jacob. Wonder what the top of this looked like. And, you know, another thing that happens, and sometimes they'll take these graves and people will, like right here, there should be one here. Here's a handmade one. That's just a flat stone that was put here. Father and mother. Now here we have, we don't know. Anyways, as I was saying, you've got, and you can see indentations where there used to be headstones, and all that's there is bits and pieces, such as here. There's no actual headstone. She said it would be on this far end is where two of them were. Here we have another Freemason. There's that one indent. Can't tell what that was supposed to be. There's another one. So, you know, 30 years ago when she was roaming these cemeteries, all these spots like this used to have headstones, but they're gone. Top of this one is like demolished. I was just curious if there was any tossed out in the woods. But the reality of it is, whether, not meaning with malice, but out of fear or what have you, a lot of times either townfolk or church or people will come or would come back in the day, because we're talking the 1800s to early 1900s or even after. They would come and take any headstone that would have possibility of anything that appeared to be pagan. Now these headstones, like I said earlier, I was going to show you what she said was on them. So 2 of the headstones may have been those that were over there from my earlier video. The other 2 she said were definitely in this part. So we have that. Let's see. I'm not sure what all these are. It's just a pile of different pieces of headstones. Another thing that could happen is people just being people come out and destroy them themselves, tossing them in the woods, or people thinking, oh, look at this. This is a score. This is a witch's. Ooh, I almost walked into that. I don't know if you can see that. That's a spider web. Thinking, you know, this is a witch's grave. This is a score. I'm taking the headstone. Yes, they do that. They still do that. Or the other thing is, they could have been doing a ritual and then A, taken it, or B, the cemetery has taken the headstone and put it out of sight, out of mind, so to speak. The same with you know, why it's not here from the first instance. Out of sight, out of mind. Then they don't have people coming here doing things such as rituals. So, that could be why I'm not finding the 2 that has the, well, let's just say the triple moons. So those of you that don't understand what I'm talking about. And then the goddess. They're both goddess symbols, but there you are. I'm not finding either of them. And they were both supposedly out in the way far out part of the cemetery where the oldest ones were. And then some couple were in the more newer part. And I think they were both those other 2. So, and then I'm going to also do a video, because this is already 20 minutes. I will do a separate video explaining the order of the Eastern Star and the Freemasons. So, everybody, I hope that kind of brings a little bit more light. And look at this, a Woodsman of the World headstone. Hey, that is amazing. I didn't see this earlier. That is so cool. So everybody, thank you for hanging out with me and watching. And it's getting very humid. So talk to y'all later in the comments down below. I actually think I'm only at 14 minutes. I am only at 14 minutes. I can't see without my glasses. Honest to gosh, guys. But Woodsman of the World is another organization from way back in the day. And I may put a little bit of information about them also in the comments. So, check that out. But, can't make out what it says. But, that is pretty cool. Alright guys, by the time I add everything in, it'll be about 20 minutes. So, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Bye guys.